Hey everyone, welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. As you can see before you, taking the GM's chair for the night, the Warden's chair, I should say, is none other than Matt. For the very first time on 3D6 Down the Line, he's going to be running an Amuse-bouche of Cairn, 2nd edition by Yochai. And he's going to be running us through a published adventure by the one and only Amanda P., friend of the channel, called Orestruck. Take it away, Matt.
Okay, man, I gotta say, this chair feels kind of good. I can't get over it. Okay, so
wait till David drops a ship on a nun. See how you feel then.
I have carefully orchestrated this to avoid all nun damage. All right, so yeah, we're going to be playing Cairn. Rules light system. Tends to go very fast. I'm not going to do a big long thing about how it works. We're going to figure it out as we go along and see what happens. Now, what I'd like to do as we go around the horn and introduce everybody, please tell me not only what your character's name is, but when you do, roll a d6 for me as well, because I have a little bit of extra information for you that'll come out.
Cool.
So let's start with, you know what, Ted, you're always last. I'm going to let you go first.
All right, I will. Hi, everybody. I'm sleepy. Why don't we play this on Saturday afternoons like regular people? Ted, and I'm playing a kettle right named Hamburg. And on a D6, I got a 1.
Okay. Great. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, who's next?
He knows now, Matt. We're all like...
The order's all messed up. Okay, Mike, you go next.
How's that chair looking now, Matt?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks great. I get to just point and say stuff.
My name is Rook, and I am a bone keeper with a plague mask. Cool.
Good idea.
Okay.
And I rolled a 2. A 2 is what I rolled.
Okay.
It's a 2, yeah.
All right. David.
Hello, I'm David, and I'm playing Ash, the Greenwise, who was once poisoned and lost his sense of taste and smell, which should be very interesting in play. And on a D6, I roll a 2.
Okay. Once you re-rolled, since we already got a 2.
Okay. I roll a 6.
Okay, cool. All right, John, take us home.
All right, I am playing Off the Top, who is a barber surgeon background. He has surgically enhanced ears, which triples his hearing, but also makes him possible to be paralyzed if any loud noises occur. And I rolled a 1.
Okay, re-roll it, please.
1.
Re-roll. Come on,
4.
you can do it. 4 is good.
4 is good.
Okay.
And I was before I put it back over to Matt, I was remiss in the top of the thing. I had to do the normal shout outs and call outs real quick. Is that okay, Matt?
Let me think about it. Sure.
I failed in my hosting duties. We tied into this whole thing with Cairn is that we're going to be attending in June, on June 26th and the 27th, Between Two Cons, which is the first con run by Yochai, who created Cairn, and his partners in crime on the Between Two Cairns podcast, Skullboy and Brad Kerr. So we will be all there in person, and we'll be running some games and playing some games and hanging out and all that kind of good stuff. So we hope to see you there. And don't forget to do your solemn duty here, of course, which is to like and subscribe, to hit the YouTube button to get notifications every time we publish new material. And if you have a few extra bucks, don't forget to hook us up with a Patreon subscription. You'll get access to our Return to Dolmenwood exclusive campaign. All right, that's all said and done. Back to Matt.
All right. You sure? Anything else, John, that you want to jump back in with?
I could go on.
Okay.
I'll refrain.
Really porky when he's running a game.
All right. So here's the deal. You guys all have kind of one thing in common, which is that you have family that comes from this one part of the area called the Tannic Forest. You guys yourselves didn't really grow up there, but you have kind of roots in the area. And following of those roots throughout connections, who knows what they really are, there is a guy named Simon, right, who contacted you, sent word from a distance, that calling in some like old family favors. He needs some help, right? There is this guy named Oswald who he just knows was the guy who desecrated his father's grave, right? Just dug the whole thing up, made a whole mess of it. And he isn't, Simon isn't really in a position to do anything about it himself. He's kind of on the older side and, not really he just can't handle it himself. So he's calling in a favor, try to get some folks to come in from outside, convince this guy Oswald that maybe that's not the best thing to do. This is not the way that things are done in the village. Village's name is Pact, Pact. And so he's called you in for help. Now, the area is very poor. It's not very cash rich at all. And he doesn't have a lot to offer. And he says this quite frankly in his missive to you, that all he has to offer are two things. One is there were some odd things that were buried with his father that nobody really knew why they were important to him. But anything that this guy Oswald kind of stole from the grave that wasn't actually his father's bones, you guys can have. He doesn't know if there's much value to it or what, but if there's anything, you can have that. But more valuable is this job that he knows about. There was some kind of mining accident and they need, there's a job posted for people to go along and kind of like figure out what happened in this mine, right? So that's the best that he can do for a cash payment. Now, I mentioned that you guys all have kind of family ties to this area. And additionally, you guys all have inherited kind of a weird family trait that, your old Meemaw from down the way or grandpa from on back down. Every once in a while, as the generations progress, one of these strange characteristics will occur, and all of you happen to be in the generation where it kind of hits, right? So we'll start with Hamburg. Hamburg,
Yo,
you have a unique ability. You can always tell when someone is lying to you. It's like this innate sense. If someone's speaking the untruth to you, you know that they are. But there's another side to it, which is you cannot lie to save your life. The only thing that you can say is the truth.
that's true. That is totally true.
All right. Rook. This is interesting, especially with your kind of plague mask thing going on. Strangers always tend to believe what you say. They always take you at your word.
Except for me.
But as soon as you leave the room, they can't place your face. Like they can't remember what you look like. You're just kind of like this blur.
It's awesome. This is just like high school.
Especially girls. Okay.
Who was that guy with the big nose? Was that a
nose?
nose?
No, it's really strange.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ash. Let's see. You never get sleepy. Even when you're completely exhausted. You can be dead tired. You can force yourself to go to sleep, but you never get that sensation of being tired.
God, I wish.
Right? Like a gift. But amazingly, there's a downside. It seems like there's a downside to all of these. Whenever you do sleep, all of your dreams are terrible, terrible nightmares.
Oh. So it is just like real life for me. Okay.
That's horrible, dude.
All right. Last but not least, our barber off the top.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You never are hungry.
Okay.
Even if your body is starving, like you haven't eaten for days, you would know it. You know, I haven't really eaten anything, but you never feel the sensation of hunger. Right? You know you need to eat, but you don't feel that. But accompanying this is a little side effect of some kind of fantasy long COVID. Food has no taste for you.
Oh, brutal.
He's the GLP-1 character.
Jeez.
All right. So all of you like kind of inherit any questions about this little thing that you've
No, I love it. I also just worth noting my virtue is honorable and my vice is aggressive. I don't know if y'all have some interesting ones in there, but I think it's interesting.
I'm a coward.
That's why you hide your face.
That's true.
maybe.
And I have
There you
a
go.
moon.
All right. So you guys made it to town. You met up with Simon. We're not going to get into that. He gives you kind of a description of this guy Oswart. He's like, he describes him as this, kind of like average looking dude, wears a long woolen coat. And you'll know him because he hangs around on the outskirts of the village selling these little trinkets and relics. He claims that they have power to protect, travelers to the area. But he knows that he's just a fraud and directs you to go do it.
Just to be clear, he desecrated Simon's father's grave, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. No other ones that you know of. Perhaps he got enough of the materials that he was looking for out of that one. You don't really know why.
Are there? I'm sorry if I'm speaking out of school. Just tell me to shut up. Is there anything that we can learn about Simon's father? Like, why was this grave targeted? Like, is there any legends about him? Was he the mean guy that used to give kids like candy that tasted like poo? Like, was there anything weird about this guy?
You do ask Simon about that, and not really. No, he was just like an average guy. So there's no real reason why this guy would go digging him up as opposed to anybody else. You think maybe, as far as he knows, it was kind of just like this random act of desecration.
Sure. Have there been any other?
The grave goods were removed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have there been any other grave robbing incidences, or is this unique?
No, this was the only one.
Okay.
He was looking for something specific in that grave. If he's some sort of weird peddler of trinkets and shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Or he's doing some sort of weird ritual or something.
I think there's a secret compartment under that grave that Grandpa didn't want anyone to find.
Could very well be. So, in the morning, you gather up, right? You're kind of on the south side of the village of Pact, and there's a kind of a road that leads out of town that way. And I'll just kind of do the setting for you a little bit. So, breathing in, you'll notice the air is humid. It's heavy. The morning fog is still like down around. It clings to the bottoms of these kind of spindly trees that, as you breathe in, you can smell the smell of pine sap and white cedar, and kind of every once in a while you get this kind of wafting sense of like it's like a sickening, rotten, almost too sweet smell of fermenting cranberries. As you kind of breathe in, you taste salt on the air. The ocean is not far away. And there's also kind of like still a metallic, acidic irony taste on your tongue from the water that you either had last night or this morning. All of the water in this area kind of has like this tea brown tinge to it from the high amounts of iron and acid in the water. It's fine to drink, but it just has that little tang that's still on your tongue. Through your boots, as you kind of walk around, you feel this really fine white sand shifting under your boots. It's called the locals call it sugar sand. It's fine and white like sugar and sifts softly under your feet as you walk. And the only thing that really makes sounds are the pine needles that kind of you crunch under your boots as you walk along here. What do you hear? So mostly, I think that the thing that would stick out to an outsider is what you don't hear, which is early in the morning like this, you would expect to hear lots of bird song. And it's very, very quiet. There are no birds singing at all, which, maybe you like notice this on your way in. It's not just like that. It's not that it's quiet, too quiet kind of thing. It's just like there aren't a lot of birds here. And it tends to be a soft, quiet space. But what you do hear is the voice of a man talking to some guys, talking to a couple of people who are also on the road, and his back is kind of turned to you. And you hear him say, "Oh yeah, listen. What you're gonna want to do? You're gonna want to get these bones, right? You got to get these bones because it's the only way to really survive and thrive out here in the forest." And the people are like looking at him kind of strange, and he like holds open this big long coat, and he takes out almost looks like a little dream catcher, but like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna want to get you one of these little Johns here. They will keep you safe no matter what." And then at that point, he kind of sees, kind of turns his, looks over his shoulder, and he sees you guys on down the road, probably about 40 feet away.
That'd be our guy.
Is he lying, or will those bones actually protect you in the forest?
He is lying his ass off, Ted.
Yeah, I surmised as much, but wouldn't that have been interesting if he was not? All right, so we should go threaten him and find out if those are Simon's dad's bones. Guys, what do you think?
I love it.
Yeah. So we just sort of, strut up. I'm pulling on my gloves, and I've got out a hammer in my hand, and I think we should sort of surround him a little bit.
Okay. He looks over, sees the four of you approaching, and takes off running into the woods.
Okay. All right.
Like immediately, kind of with that Johnny Depp Pirates of Caribbean kind of like as he dashes off the road into the forest, crashing through. Now, what you see there is there are low bushes and kind of brambles and honeysuckle that kind of like chokes up to these trees, but the trees aren't real close to one another. So you can kind of run through them in a zigzag kind of way. And you hear him like crashing off into the woods, and you hear the sounds of, underbrush breaking and stuff as he runs through.
Do the people that he was talking to seem just as surprised that he fled like that as we are?
Yeah, they're just kind of looking at each other like, "What the hey?" As this guy just like leaves a Wile E. Coyote-shaped hole in the brambles as he runs into the forest.
Well,
David,
I suppose. Yeah,
you're a Greenwise. Should you? Do you have like tracking, or can you follow him easily, or are you? What is a Greenwise?
I delve deep into the wood, finding secrets from between rough boughs and whispering leaves. To this verdant kingdom, I am no mere scholar, but its confidant. That's just my class description. Functionally, I don't think I have like any magic sort of like tracker or like skill, but I think I could rationalize that description to say I'd be pretty good at following a guy who's not quietly running through the woods. I don't know if I need to look at tracks when he's just bursting through.
I think we could all
And
do
in
that.
fact, I have a squeaky speech. So, hey, now, hold on there. It's going to be unlistenable.
Oh boy.
I think we should follow that rapscallion. And I'll Mike's gonna kill me. I saw the migraine like set in behind your eyes. Just
No, you're good. You're good. I love you. I love you so much.
Well, let's chase him. How about that? I was thinking maybe David would lead as a green wise, but if it doesn't really matter, whatever.
I think is it fair to say that the trees are spaced far enough apart to zigzag, but is it fair to say that my familiarity with the woods makes me pretty agile in moving through them quickly, Matt?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all of you, in fact, like there doesn't seem to be any special speed to this guy. All of you looking at him, seeing him, run off into the woods, you don't get the sense that he's preternaturally fast or anything. You could.
Okay.
So we'll just shout after him after we're running and just be like, Oswald, we just want to talk.
Can I ask a question too, Matt? Sure. Is my bone keeper like rolled, or do I have like any kind of like supernatural attraction to bones, as in I can sense them, or especially ones that have been disturbed but from a grave? Like,
yes, absolutely, you can do that, Mike.
All right. So
and
what I
can tell, he's got some disturbed bones.
That's creepy.
Hey man, I'm a creepy dude. I'm a big towering guy with a big crazy mask on. So like while they're chasing him directly, I want to try and use my towering stature and my long strides to circulate around him and try and get to where he might be headed.
Okay, so you're going to like branch off, do kind of like a pincer move.
Yeah, like not like a mile away, but like maybe 100 yards outside of their chase pattern.
Okay, yeah. Well, you don't have time to run a mile. This is kind of happening quick. So you're going to break off, and are the rest of you chasing directly after him?
I'll just chase right after him. Got my hammer in my hand. Hey buddy, we just want to talk.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, I want to hit you with this hammer, but I'll talk first.
There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna. If I'm leading, I'm gonna sprint that way again, and as much as I can in a kerfuffle like this. I want to try to be mindful of traps that he's running us into. So I'll be looking at the ground for tripwires or pits that might be on the vector that he's running as we go.
Okay, great. Yeah. You're running with awareness, looking for kind of danger. And in fact, David, Ash does notice something a moment before the rest of you do, which is another person is kind of running at a 90-degree angle. And this person is female presenting. She has like a loose coat on, but she also has like a bandana tied around her head. And she is running. And when she like crosses your path, she kind of looks at you and smiles out of breath and says, "Welcome to the Tannic Forest, boys. Better run." And she keeps on running.
This place is madhouse.
But in a different
do you
vector.
guys want to chase after her? Wait, hold on.
She's not chasing after this guy. She's running kind of 90 degrees across. And you hear something crashing through the wood immediately behind her. And in fact, you kind of, it draws your attention as it would, right? There's terrorized people. And one of the trees, at first you think it's like a trick your eye because it can't be doing. One of the trees is actually like chasing after her with this weird kind of motion it's almost like a crawl with its roots. You see these tendrils shoot out underneath the ground, grab and pull the thing forward. And it's keeping pace with this person. and through the force and the speed of these roots kind of tearing through the ground, this tree comes into your view. It's a little bit larger than some of the others, but it could easily be mistaken for some of the other pine trees and things if it weren't A, running to try to do something to this person, and B, if it didn't have a hand axe stuck into its trunk.
Ooh.
Okay. So you guys are in the path of this. And what I'll ask you to do, and this is kind of the way that Cairn handles combat when a monster shows up, right? So the first round is different from every round of combat afterwards. In the first round, you guys are going to roll a dex save, right? Which is going to be, you're going to roll a d20 against your dex score, and you're going to try to roll under that. So if you do that, if you succeed in rolling your dex score or under, you're going to get to act first. If you fail, the monster gets to go first and you go second. But every other round is a little different from that. But let's get through this first one first. So can I have dex saves from all of you and tell me if you hit your dex score or under on a
We have a
d20?
caller tonight. Who's caller? Nominate a caller, Matt.
You be caller.
you know what, John? You never get to call, John.
There you go. John's caller.
Okay. I failed.
Who's next, John?
Ted, you're next.
Okay. I rolled a 1, which is definitely under my dexterity.
You succeeded. Okay.
Mike.
I rolled a 6 under my dex of 8.
Okay. And
I rolled a 12, which is a fail.
okay.
Dex of 6.
All right. So, Homburg and Rook, you are going to get to act before this creature does. You get to do whatever you want. Your actions, basically, you get to do 2 things. You can move and you can do a thing.
Okay.
If you want to move twice, you can do that. But that's kind of the basics of it.
So the situation is that we're running like this, the monster's running like this, and is about to intersect us.
Correct.
So if I whip out my scroll of haste and read it right now, I can run really fast after the bone thief guy.
Yes, I would let you do that since you kind of get to go first.
And that is what I'll do. I'm just going to use that scroll. It's one of the things I got as a starting character. I have a scroll of haste. It seems like now is a good time. I read it and I move 3 times faster after the fleeing charlatan bone disturber.
Okay. We'll get to the resolution of that in a second.
Okay.
Who else passed? Mike, what does Rook do?
I'm just going to get the hell out of its way.
Okay. Are you going to like take cover? Like,
so I was running like away. I'm still like within the range of the whole like encounter, correct?
Yeah. Because it wasn't very long.
I'm going to cower behind a tree trunk and hope it doesn't see me.
Okay. Okay. You are going to hide. All right. So, next is the monster. So this tree is going to run up into the group of you guys. You kind of like have that intersection moment, and it shudders for a second, freezes where it is, and then in an area around it, sensing your presence, roots shoot up out of the ground and try to grasp you. So what I need you guys both to do, and this is Ash and Off the Top, I need you guys to make let me just make sure. I need you to make me a dex save.
Good luck.
I hit it exactly.
Oh, okay.
I got a 20. So that would be a failure.
Okay. That's not so good.
Yeah.
All right. So Off the Top is able to dodge out of the way of these roots, but they do slash out and they hit you, David. They hit Ash. Now, what it's going to do is 2 points of damage to you. But the way that damage is tracked in here, you have something called on your sheet, it's HP. In Cairn, that's not hit points. That's hit protection. That's basically your ability to dodge and defend before anything actually hits you. So this thing rolled for 2 points. What is your HP score?
Scar time, baby. Scar time.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby. Welcome back to 3D6.
Okay, so that actually is pretty cool. So John called it. There is something called a scar. So if you get exactly at the point where your hit points are or your hit protection is 0, you are going to gain a scar. Let's just this up for a second. I didn't expect that to be so cool so quick. All right. So David, it was 2 points of damage that took you exactly to 0 HP. So that means I get to look on the scars table. You have sustained a rattling blow.
Mm-hmm.
You are disoriented and shaken. You're going to have to tell me on your next turn what you do to refocus. But I need you to roll a 1d6.
Okay, I'm going to roll that now, and that is a 1.
Okay. Man, you were so close to getting something cool. And wah, 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 you hear that kind of waft over the forest, the sad trombone sound. If that total had been higher than your max HP, you would have been able to increase
Great.
to whatever that was. So you got your bell rung. But luckily, it didn't go into your do any more damage to you, because that would have taken from your strength score, and that's really what can eventually kill you if that goes down to 0. All right. So now that the monster has gone, David and John, Ash, and off the top, it's your turn now to act.
Okay. Well, since I'm being attacked, my move as a Greenwise is going to be to tree hug. I'm going to take these roots. I'm going to be quiet yourself. Yes, much alarm in these woods. I see you're hurt by the axe, but I'm here to hold you to safety.
That you have a squeaky voice.
Oh yeah, calm yourself.
There we go.
If I could do like a pubescent squeak. You'll be fine. Maybe that.
So I'm going to I'm actually going to like jump off of Ash's move there, and as like I've sort of dodged the roots off the top, it's actually going to sort of as part of that dodge sort of leap up and try to yank out the axe.
Okay.
From the tree.
All right. And Ted, I haven't forgotten you. We're going to loop back so that you can talk to Oswald. But so I'm going to roll reactions twice, and I'm going to take the better one, because you both are doing something to kind of like test the reaction on this one. So, okay. That one. And okay. So you can feel the tree kind of pause for a second. The tendrils that had burst out of the ground were very aggressive. Obviously, I mean, you felt it. You had to dodge out of the way, but you can see they kind of like pause and twitch a little bit. And the trunk of this tree, like especially as the axe is pulled out of it, kind of like pauses for just a moment. Okay. Now, while you guys have confused this tree, Ted, you, with your great speed, you have easily caught up to Oswald. What are you doing with this man?
So I'm going to sort of pull up next to him, running along. No trouble at all to be running along beside him. And I'm going to say, well, I've come for the bones. and I'll be happy to talk about it, but I'd quite like to hit you with this hammer.
And he's like, whoa there. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I'm just, really, I'm just out here trying to make a living. So,
well, you might be trying to make a living, but you're also a grave robber, and that's not cool. So unless you've got an excuse, I'm going to hit you with my hammer.
Okay. Well, there's no need for that.
That's a lie.
You can
tell there is a need for it. There's definitely a need for hitting it with my hammer.
He's like, in fact, I think what we might both want to do right now is hide from that horrible tree monster thing that wants to probably eat us.
No,
and
the guy's got it. I want to hit you with a hammer. So you cough up the bones, or this is happening.
All right. I've got him. Just like come down here, and he's gonna like dive under like behind a tree or like a rock nearby, and he's like, "Don't let the thing see you."
I'm gonna be super obvious about standing there, just like arms crossed with a hammer, standing over him, like, "Give me the bones." Simon wants his dad's bones back. Let's have them.
Okay. So let's go around. That's where you are.
Okay.
Mike. Anything else? You were just hiding, right?
I was hiding from the tree monster, but I kind of want to. Can I catch up to the bone people, to the Osman guy?
Oswald? Sure.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and start the second round. Now, in the second round of combat in Cairn, players always go first, right? So the four of you get to go before this tree monster does anything.
Okay.
So you guys can all kind of decide what you want to do. John, David, you guys are with the tree. Mike, you're off to the side. Ted, you're a little farther away with Oswald.
Before,
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, John.
Go ahead.
I've got something called a tacky stalk. It's a woody reed that hardens into a permanent adhesive when chewed. I have 2 uses of it.
Okay.
What I'd like to attempt to do is chew some and like put it into the axe wound as sort of like a sealant salve, right? It's like it's not technically like a healing thing, but you know what I mean? It's a hard wood thing.
For a tree, though, that's how trees work. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
cool. What I'm going to try to do. John, what were you thinking?
As I rip the axe out, I'm going to sort of back away with it sort of in my hand and, kind of with my hands up facing the tree. But then what I'm going to do in the same motion is sort of, I'm going to toss it in Rook's direction before he heads out towards Oswald. Because I know that Rook doesn't have a weapon.
I got a steak.
You have a what?
I have a steak.
Medium rare?
A steak? Oh,
sounds great.
Well, now you have an axe.
Oh God, don't do that, Mike.
Okay. The woman who was running away, kind of seeing this thing pause and what you guys are doing, she is also going to kind of like take cover and hide, hoping this thing can continue to calm down. And again, I'll roll twice for this guy. And we'll take the better. Okay. So the thing is still not really sure about what's going on. This is not the way things usually go for it. So it's staying kind of in its ready to do something mode. You can tell that John, that getting that axe out of there was probably a wise thing to do. Mike, you are able to run around and join Hamburg with Oswald.
With the axe?
Yeah. You can pick up the axe off the ground and run over there with those guys.
So I just come up behind Oswald and in my very formal towering form, like crazy mask, be like, "You have stolen what must not be stolen, sir. Release the bones."
Sure. Yeah, sure. The bounce. Here, you take them. Look, I was just making these little johns for people. You just take these boats. It's fine, really. I don't want no trouble.
Does it look like
all the bones?
Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yeah, take them all. Take all the bones.
Is he lying about it being all the bones?
No, he's not lying. He like opens and like gives you all the stuff.
All right.
Like, and look, if you don't believe me, I really am going to take it out, and he's going to like empty out all of his pockets. There are some shards of paper. There are some like small knuckle bones and like ankle bones and stuff that come out that look like human bones.
All right. Is he wearing a hat?
Like a full skeleton, right? So it looks like a full skeleton. So there's like a skull and there's like a pelvis and like all the bones that would be probably bigger and weirder to carry around, right?
No, it's really just the small bones. Like you can see like all the little trinkets that he was making was just out of the smaller bones.
Where is the rest of the body?
Well, I left that there. I don't need that kind of stuff. Those they creep people out. They don't like the big ones. They just like the little small ones. And they make a little tinkly sound, and it really sounds just, hey, look, they're just little joints that make people feel better.
Okay. I thought he took all the bones. Is he bullshitting?
No, it turns out that he just took like the smaller ones that he could make these little trinkets out of.
Okay.
Not the full skeleton.
Did Simon indicate that all the body was missing?
No, just like that the
phalanges
grave had been desecrated, and some of these bones are gone. So
all right. All right. What'd you do with all of Simon's dad's stuff that was in there? Stuff too.
Yeah, there just like some little things. Yeah, sure. And he takes out this silver object. It looks like a long extended fork with a handle at the end. And it's like, yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it does. It makes kind of a cool noise when you do it. Watch. And he like hits it against his hand. And when he does so, this kind of wave of sound comes out, and you instantly feel a little more positively inclined towards this guy. Like all of a sudden he's like not some asshole who's been like stealing bones, but he's just a guy trying to make a living. You can kind of see it from his perspective. He's just trying to just trying to do stuff, just trying to get by. He's just trying to get by.
Real sugar of the earth kind of fella, huh?
Exactly. He's,
all right. I won't hit him on the head with a hammer then.
Okay. Yeah. He seems to be compliant. All right.
Okay. Since strangers take me at my word, Matt.
Yep.
Since I'm gonna get real close to him, I'm gonna look down at him with like my terrifying mask, and like all craven bullies, I'm gonna be like, the next time you steal from the dead, you'll be in their graves, keeping them company.
Yeah, sure, sir. I don't know what yins are doing, but I'm staying so far away from them bounce. I'm not going to do that no more.
I love that we have a Canadian bone thief. This is amazing.
It's not Canadian. Here's the thing, and I would like to publicly apologize to everyone who has ever visited Philadelphia or whoever has come from Philadelphia, because you guys all, I deserve a beating for what I'm doing to this attempt.
If that's supposed to be
Philadelphia accent.
Well, yeah, I literally thought you were from Toronto.
Yeah, well, I think snuck in there.
No, he's an Albertan separatist, guys.
It's that O sound. That O. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I have a question. I know I'm not there, but is there any correlation between the lack of bird song and a bunch of bird bones in these trinkets of his? I mean,
they don't seem to be bird bones.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, and you think that's just kind of like naturally the way things are. Sure. So the tree is still kind of confused by this situation where you're not hurting it, and you're also not acting like prey. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think as a Greenwise, I think you would kind of like intuit this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do another round so I can figure out like exactly what you guys kind of want to do. with this tree. It does seem to be kind of like confused, but not doing much right now.
I'm going to attempt the sticky healing thing still.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I sorry. You mentioned that you did that. You actually were able to do that. You kind of add some sticky things to it. The sap that was kind of leaking out stops. And again, this was kind of an act that seemed to surprise this tree with non-hostility. Okay.
Yeah, after that, I would just like back away, give it space.
Okay. John?
Yeah, I'm going to sort of give it like a gentle back to where you came from sort of thing. Like, shoo, shoo.
Yeah.
All right. So with the woman that he was chasing was able to hide while you guys were distracting. So the tree kind of like settles and it doesn't like take off. Again, this is kind of like you almost like surprised it and hit like a reset for this tree. You guys are able to back off. Just where are you going to meet up with the other guys? Or are you going somewhere else?
Well, I mean,
talk to the woman, I think.
Yeah, we should talk to her.
We could go talk to her. I am worried that if the tree spots her, it'll get aggressive again. But I guess we should.
Okay.
We should.
I motion to the woman, like, stay where you are.
Yeah,
we're coming. We're coming to you.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
So you two guys are going to kind of back off slowly out towards the woman. Is there anything else you guys want to do with Oswald?
Has he got a large sack or cloak or something we can wrap all the bones up in?
He said, "Here, you can just have this," and he just like gives you his coat.
All right, I'll fill the coat up with bones, wrap it, kind of tie the sleeves, kind of thing, to make a bundle, and I'll put it under my arm, and I'll say, "I would have rather hit you with the hammer, but thank you for the bones."
Did you guys ask him? Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just going to walk back. What do you got?
I mean, I may have missed it, but did you ask him like what made him stoop to actually desecrating a grave just to get something to sell? Like, because he has a history of selling stuff, right? But this is the first time he's desecrated a grave.
We did not ask him that. Perhaps Mike would do so while I'm wrapping up the bones in the guy's coat.
Okay. Tell me why you decided to rob this grave in particular.
So listen, we gotta try to just everybody here in the forest. We gotta just try to get along, right? We're always trying to make our way. Everything is different. Every season is different. The mine is now closed with that terrible accident that they had, and there's not much good honest work for people. In fact, since that thing at the mine, really, everybody out in the forest, oh my God, they had the worst dreams ever.
What?
Worst dreams ever. And so, enterprising as I am, I thought, I can sell things to, help convince people that they're going to be all right. See, I'm a good guy at heart. I'm good.
Grave robbing? That seems pretty low.
Well, you know what? The way I figured, Jens wasn't using that. He wasn't using them for no more. He'd been dead forever. What good does he have for those? Nothing. What's he going to grab with his old hand bones? Nothing, right? Except for this little fork thing, right? And he was just dead. He wasn't even using this. I don't know what it's for.
I take that away from him. Give me that.
Take that away from him. You get anything else out of there? You thief?
Did he get anything else out of there? The only other thing that you, there's like a little, almost like a child-size violin.
Take that.
Hold up. Wait a minute. I have a miniature lute. I'm serious. It's in my bond is a miniature lute. I'm going to pull it out and.
Are you good at the lute? Like, are you?
I don't know. I'm a kettle right, like whatever. I came with a miniature lute. Yes, fine. I'm good with the lute. I've practiced a lot on my very tiny lute.
Mike, you look at this fork that's in your hand, and as he starts playing his little lute, there were 2 little notches open in the handle of this thing, just like little cuts, little grooves cut into the thing. As he plays, a third one kind of appears. So now that there are 3 empty little notches in the handle of this tuning fork.
Okay. I show Osmond the tuning fork, and I say, how many of these notches were in there when you took it?
Really? I think there were 3.
We try playing a different song.
I take the silver tuning fork and I tap it on my hand and watch the notches on it.
Okay. So when you tap it on your hand,
Nice.
the sound kind of radiates out. Hamburg, you think, yeah, hey, for the guy in the weird, creepy mask, he's all right. Not so bad. Kind of a dick before I thought, but now he's kind of cool. And
I can't remember what he looks like, though.
And one of those notches fills in.
One of the notches fills in. So now there's 2.
Yeah.
Now play your little lute again. But a different song.
Let's see. I just did that.
No, you did. You did Deliverance, dude.
No, then I did.
Iron
Got a
Man.
DeVita. Yeah. I'm gonna do
Stairway to Heaven.
As you expertly play on your lute, that third little hash mark kind of opens up again.
Try the violin, Osmond. Try the violin. Can you play that?
I am also an exceptional player of tiny instruments.
Oh, okay. You're gonna cool.
And I'll play Boccherini in D minor.
On the little violin?
Yeah. Ich spiele die Geige für dich.
The tuning fork looks the same.
Okay.
3 little
This
hash
one's
marks.
broken. Like, throw it.
Useless.
All right, guys. It is 10 o'clock. It is time for our first break.
Okay.
Whatever, dude.
All right, we'll do it. We will be right back. All right, we are back. Bladder's empty, beer's full.
All right, everybody, we are back. Okay, so you guys have just basically kind of cleaned out Oswald. You have his coat, as he would call it, his coat. That's legit. And let's go over to the other 2 guys who kind of like backed off over to this woman. What would you guys like to say to her?
I'm guessing, lady, that you mistook this very animated tree for an inanimate tree, and you were just going to do the total innocent thing of just trying to get some firewood. Is that the case?
Oh no, hell no! This thing started chasing me, trying to eat me. I just attacked with what I had, which was just that axe, and took off.
So you were just wandering by the tree, and it just decided to attack.
Well, I mean, wandering by. I mean, I'm on my way to Pact. I just have some information to share with the. I just have. It's about the mine. Yeah, it's about the that mine collapse that happened a couple of weeks ago. Terrible business. That
You're coming from the mine?
Yeah, I am. I tell you, it's been a long journey. It's not just the trees that can come alive and chase you, but all kinds of things are out there, man. It's just, it's rough. It's rough.
So this is a recent thing. This is, these animated trees, and this is not normal, I assume.
Oh no, they're always here. I'm not from around here, so I don't really know how to avoid these things. And I mean, normally people don't like go through the woods that much at all, really, because of things like this. I just kind of happened to be on my own and not really that wise to the ways of the things here. So I'm really lucky that you guys showed up.
Well, we're actually interested in what's happening over at the mine too, but we're a little short on information. So what can you throw our way?
Oh, so what are you? You're kind of here. What are you here for? You're hoping to be miners?
Well, we just heard that there was something bad happened over there, and we were words sort of spreading, and we wanted to go check out, see what's going on.
Oh, okay. So yeah. There was some kind of horrible accident or something happened there a couple of weeks ago, and boy, people have all kinds of different stories. I didn't see it myself. People claim that there's some kind of like weird monster thing where the cave itself kind of came alive and started like chasing after people, and other people say, "Oh no, it's just like this mining accident," and there was a collapse. All I know is that everybody who was in there booked it. I think there was. I heard that there was somebody still missing in there, but no, yeah, I got out of there myself.
So there's
a miner.
Yeah, that's what.
She kind of looks down at herself. She is not wearing what you would count as like typical miner clothes.
What is she wearing? Does she look like a dungeoneer? Does she have like martial equipment on?
Honestly, when you look at her and you got a good up close look at her hand axe, she looks like a sailor. Like she has like sailor's gear. She's dressed in a way you can tell she like kind of was trying to like disguise it a little bit. She had like a little half coat on over it, but no, she's got like the pantaloons and like the kerchief and the gear of a sailor, and her face has that kind of weathered aspect to it. And yeah, so she said, no, I'm not really a miner. I was just nearby, and when I saw that, I knew I had to get out of there and try to make it back up to Pact.
Well, you strike me as someone who hasn't gotten their land legs yet.
Oh yeah. I'm fresh off the boat, as they say. You can tell, like, a woman of the sea. I am. That's it. Yeah.
Your compatriots are still on the boat.
Some probably are. Yeah. Honestly, I haven't seen them for a while, so I don't really know. It's been a while since we came into port, and
but
where's the treasure you're trying to loot?
Treasure?
Yeah. I mean, why else come to land unless there's something valuable to seek out? Certainly, go to a mine for no particular reason seems like an odd endeavor for a pirate.
Oh, I don't know anything about piracy. Piracy is very illegal and can get you into a lot of trouble.
That's true. And I've never seen a pirate, or at least a few coins could convince me of that, I think.
Oh, you're very lucky. Yeah, pirates. Pirates are bad business, and you don't want anything to deal with them.
So you were not an eyewitness to this disaster, correct?
No.
But there's a lot of survivors, and is Pact the mining? Is Pact the town that supports the mine? Like the miners live here? Okay, yes. So they all ran back to this town. Any eyewitnesses, correct?
Yeah.
Who were you going to tell? Yeah.
That was like a couple days ago, wasn't it?
So the accident, just to get the time frame kind of right. So the accident that happened here was about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And you would have been able to get all this information from your contact, Simon.
Sure.
Right.
So the accident at the mine was about 2 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
All of the miners that survived, and there are some that are still missing, made it back to the village of Pact. And the rest, there are still some missing. And in addition, you were able to hear that one of the, and this was the matter of some debate. Nobody was really sure, but this trouble started. The accident happened when a woman named Irmgard was sent to the mine. She's a geomancer, and she was sent there to the mine to kind of increase efficiency, see what else they could kind of like, they were there to mine iron ore. And this was actually a fairly new endeavor. The Count in the area had recently just kind of built up this mine as to try to spark some new industry in the area. So it was only about a month ago that they started excavating the caverns the natural caverns that were there and turning it into this iron mine and trying to get some of the iron out. This accident happened 2 weeks ago, which is just about that time that this woman Irmgard was sent there to kind of increase the efficiency, and she hasn't been seen since.
Okay.
So if the mine, well, I guess I'm not there. Go ahead.
I'm a little suspicious of her whole vibe, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I don't think we need to be too suspicious of her, because I feel like this is the hook.
The hook to go to the mine.
Yeah.
Sure.
So we need to go to King's Dry Cleaner, is what you're saying, Mike.
Well, we have a couple hooks. One is to return the bones to the grave, right? And the other is to investigate the mine. Do we know the exact location of the grave? Forgive me if I've forgotten.
You don't. One thing that I will give to you was that Simon didn't seem like he was in a big hurry to get all of this stuff done. He just kind of wants it taken care of. So you didn't get a sense of urgency that you need to go. I mean, you can if you want, but you didn't get a sense of urgency from him that he needs this stuff back right away.
Do we know how far the mine is from Pact? Distance and time.
Well, it's funny that you ask, because as strangers, you don't really know, right? You don't know this area very well, but you guys are competent adventurers, and you did get Oswort's coat. And as I mentioned, like, he turned out his pockets at some point, and there were some papers and things that came out. And one of those is a map of the area.
How useful.
How is very, very useful, and what a surprise. So if you guys want to take a look on Miro, in the kind of upper left-hand corner of our mapping area, you can see the kind of crude map that he had in his pocket, right?
Okay.
Along with some other things. You're able to tell on this map that there are two types of kind of means of passage through the forest that you can see. There are regular roads, and there's the one regular road tends to run generally from the northwest down to the southeast. It starts kind of up by Pact and goes beyond it. That was the road that you came in on, by the way.
That's Pact up in the northeast corner?
Up in the top northwest corner.
Sorry, northwest corner.
The two little huts.
Yep.
And the road kind of circles down, crosses a river, angles down, and you can see the caverns that the mine is located in, clearly in the southeastern part of that map. In terms of distance, you'd be able to tell and measure with thumbs or whatever. I mean, it's a crude map, but basically it's a point destination kind of thing. So from the village to the bridge, so each one of those dots is like a destination. Each one of those points is a point on the point crawl. And so on a road, it's what's called half a watch. In Cairn, they divide time up into watches. There are 3 8-hour watches in a 24-hour period. And usually it's like, the first one is like morning into the middle of the day. The second one is, afternoon into the evening. And the third one is for nighttime, resting and recovery. So each one of these point destinations on a road is half a watch.
So it would take a watch and a half to get to the from Pact to the mines.
Correct. If you were to take the dotted lines, which are the trails, that's a lot slower. It's a lot rougher. So it is a full watch between points on a trail.
All right. Well, why don't we kill 2 birds with 1 stone and go into Pact, bury the bones, see if there's anything in the grave, and then we can talk to some people, maybe some survivors, see what might be waiting for us in the mines.
Okay.
There's no birds, John.
What's that?
There's no birds.
No birds. Yes. I'll keep it in mind as we go. I'm actually happy about it because my hearing is very sensitive.
That's true. There you go.
We can't kill 2 of them with 1 stone, but I think you're right. We'll go to Pact anyway.
Okay. So you're going to head back.
I've stripped Oswart down. We should have gotten all the bones and shaken him upside down until we get everything grave goods out of him.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to threaten him with the hammer some more, unless he agrees to change his ways.
He thinks you're really mean, but you can tell that he is genuinely interested in not getting beat up, and this was a failed venture and a bad idea.
That's right.
And he does not want to do this anymore and get beaten up by ruffians.
That's right. I'm not a ruffian. No, sir.
You're unable to tell a lie.
I'm not a ruffian. I'm a kettlewright. That's a whole other career path for ruffian.
Okay, so the other pieces of paper that fell out that he had were one was off kind of like the job board. It was the job announcement that Simon had told you about, which is going to the mine, and if you can find out what happened to this woman Irmgard, preferably save her, right? If you're able to save her, that's 500 gold pieces per person. Ooh. If you're able to save her, bring her back. Again, she's been missing for about 2 weeks. So
doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound great. The other thing that falls out of his pocket is a notice of a bounty. It's a notice of a bounty for a very well-known privateer in the area. You probably would have even heard of this person's name. Her name is Captain Enid, and she was very famous as a privateer. And it's kind of surprising to you. Actually, let's see. If one of you could just roll me a D6.
I got it. 4.
Okay. You have actually heard of this story. You know that recently, a few months ago, she had a big change of fortune. She had been a very successful kind of state sponsored privateer up until about 3 months ago, when she robbed the wrong ship. And with that one ship that was one too many, flying the wrong flag, whatever it was, all of a sudden she was persona non grata, no longer a state-sanctioned privateer, but seen as a full-blown pirate now. And there is a bounty for her of 1,500 gold.
For Captain Enid.
For Captain Enid, along with anything that she might have on her person when you take her.
I wonder if we've met anyone that could fulfill that.
I know. So I'm imagining I'm reading this as Mike and I are walking back to John and David, and I look up and I see her, and I want to just come up sort of right next to her and just say, "Good morning, Captain Enid," and see what she does.
She looks at you. It was like she kind of laughs. What, me, Captain Enid? You're funny.
Are you not Captain Enid?
Of course I'm not Captain Enid. Why would Captain Enid be out here in the middle of the forest? She's probably, I mean, who knows where she is?
How many of those sentences were lies?
Let's see.
Was it all of them?
It is true that she is not Captain Enid.
Ah,
Right?
okay.
She said that she was not, and that is true. And
Is it? She said, "Who knows what she'll be doing out here?"
Statements.
No, I guess you're right. So she's not Captain Enid.
She's not.
Do you know Captain Enid?
I mean,
Old friends, lovers.
She is a wanted person now. There's a bounty set for her. That would be very dangerous for anyone to associate with such a person. I'm not. I'm just like I said. I'm on my way to Pact. You fellas would want to escort a woman to Pact, would you? Would you mind? I mean, you seem to. I don't think we're that far, and you seem to be able to handle yourself fairly well.
I'm going to look knowingly at Ted. And did she lie about knowing or not knowing Captain Enid?
I can't tell. Those weren't really yes or no factual statements that she was saying. I think she might be on to me. But did I get a sense that she does or doesn't know?
With your ability to tell falsehood, you can tell she's obscuring and she's being tricky about what she's saying.
Yeah.
She doesn't. You definitely get the sense she does not trust you guys.
Well, I wouldn't either. Oh, geez. See, this is why she doesn't trust us, David.
No, she doesn't trust us. She's part of Captain Enid's cadre.
I mean, but do we care about piracy on the high seas? Well, you don't have boats. I don't care. If she wants to go pirate things or privateer things, not my problem.
All right.
Unless I go sailing.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. We'll happily escort you, and we won't tell anyone that you know Captain Enid. But I would, as a thanks, like to know just what was so interesting about that mine to you.
I mean, it's local. I mean, I was curious about setting up the business. I'm a sailor. I'm a business person.
Good hideout, one might say. Enid would probably be pretty safe in there, I would say.
Safe in the mine?
Yeah. Scare up the miners. Ooh, scary monster in there.
Accusing this woman as Scooby-Dooing this whole thing.
Super freaks.
It sounds
she does peel off her face and it's old man Withers.
Look, my vice is aggression, so I'm being very aggressive. that's
all my meddling kids in this situation. Oh,
yeah, I think we might be. So let me see something here. Let's see how she's.
Why don't we start walking? Let's go. Let's walk back.
Sure. Let's.
I've got a sack of bones. We got to go see Simon anyway.
Okay.
We could talk along the way.
Yeah, she isn't liking this kind of line of questioning from strangers. She follows up asking you a few times, kind of like what you guys are doing there. But for the most part, she starts kind of like acting a little evasive, a little tired. She's like, I'm really sorry. I'm just kind of still out of breath from what?
Yeah. So since people take me at my word, strangers take me at my word, I'll tell her we'll see that you get to Pact safely.
Use the tuning fork.
Yeah, I'm going to be like, doing.
Guys, I have to go tuck in a kid real quick. AKA,
okay, you tuck in that kid.
The dog I'm dog sitting. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
All right, I'll do the tuning fork, and then I will tell her with my strangers take me at my word that we're going to see her safely to Pact. She has nothing to fear from us. We've never met anyone that was a sailor before, so we're very curious about it. We are thinking about investigating the mine, so any information that she has would be really useful. And you'll have to forgive my friend over there with the hammer because he's not really good with people.
Okay. All right, I'm going to do a couple of
winding her up
here.
That's true. Then, not a hammer guy, the other guy.
Green guy.
So, you can tell she's a little hesitant, but she's curious about what you're saying. Like you're definitely like striking some chords. Like she's like on the fence with what you're telling her, but she does kind of clam up a bit. You can tell, she's being cautious. You can tell like there's a lot of caution in this stranger walking along with these, 4 strangers armed and creepy looking. As you guys start to walk off, just got to ask, what are you doing with Oswald? You just like leaving him there?
Both of them are coming with us.
They're going along with us if he wants, but I'm not.
Yeah, we don't want to go
Maybe
wander
he'll get
through
his coat back eventually if he comes along.
I'm going to give back what's her name's axe too. Be like, here.
Oh, okay. She'll take. Thank you for the for the good it did me. At least it's comforting to have something. So thank you, and thank you. That was very brave and quite honestly kind of stupid what you guys were doing back there. But I guess it worked.
All right, to the town.
So
Yes.
You guys are not far off from the town. You can get there probably in an hour's walk. She is pretty quiet. The only thing that she'll keep on kind of pestering you about is trying to get a good sense about like what exactly you guys, what your intentions are at the mine. Are you there for the money? Are you there to save people? Are you, what are your, like, what's your...
All of the above, lady.
Yeah.
Fortune and
Whatever
glory.
happens.
Fortune and glory, kid.
I've got a hammer and a roll of tin, and pinchers. I'm ready to work or adventure or save people or just plain look good. Whatever happens.
Okay. All right. So, cut things short. You guys are able to get back to Pact.
Yes.
And she thanks you for seeing her there safely, and she heads off towards kind of just like in the building. She like takes her leave and she kind of like wanders through the buildings of the town, trying to kind of get away from you guys. In the town, there is a common house that you kind of hear stuff going on in there, as you would kind of expect to hear, eating sounds, drinking sounds, conversation sounds. But other than that, it's just like a few small buildings. You did notice that there was kind of a fancy set of tents set up kind of on the edge of the village. Not like huge, not like a circus or anything, but just like an important person is camping on the edge of the village, and the graveyard is not far away either. So just let me know what you guys want to do.
Is there before did we ever get her name?
You haven't asked her yet.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, so before she leaves our site, is there like a random? I know it's not a very populated town, but is there like a kid or a group of kids or something like that, just sort of like playing in the muck or something?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I approach them real quick and offer them? I'll start with 1 gold piece, which I assume is sort of like D&D sort of value-ish.
Yeah, I mean that would be like the kids eyes would go huge. A kid would never
make
have
a big show, like a big fat gold piece. I'd be like, kids, this is yours.
Yeah.
This is yours. If you
Thanks.
surreptitiously keep an eye on that woman over there from a distance and report back to us about her movements and locations for the next few days.
Sure, mister, sure. But we should probably hold on to that right now so that we can make sure they do a good job.
Can we split the coin at all? Is that possible?
If you want to give them a smaller amount, that's totally cool.
No, I just mean like we can do like, I'll give them like, I'm going to give you half now, half for the at the end of the job. So here's 5 silver and 5 silver more when you complete the job.
Okay,
if you do a good job.
Oh yes, sir. We certainly will, sir. We can do that. Which lady is it?
If she spots you, or if you fess up, or if you go tell your parents, you don't get the rest of the money.
Okay, money. Don't tell. But we never tell our parents anything, so it's cool.
Great. All right, off you go.
Okay, they run off.
We're going to be staying over there. I point to the inn.
Okay.
Good thinking, John. Okay, so we go see Simon first. Give him the bones.
Yeah, is Simon in town?
Yeah, Simon's in town.
Oh, great, cool, yeah.
Yeah, you could absolutely go and see Simon. Let me see if he has something for you here.
I'm going to pull Quiznos or whatever his name was along by his ear.
Buzzword.
Yeah.
Get the quiz.
I don't know. Who
He
cares
goes
what
by
his name was?
Yeah.
He was a bum. He stole bones. They'll drag him along, make him apologize, and then he can have his coat back.
Okay.
That's what I'll tell him. I'll say, you want your coat back, you have to come apologize to Simon.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, no problem. You're able to go back. You meet up with Simon. I'm trying to just like rush things along here. Able to meet up with Simon. Osbert apologizes. Simon takes back the bones. He says you're welcome to keep the if you show him the tuning fork thing
and the violin.
Totally cool with you keeping that.
And the violin,
dude.
right?
Yeah, and the little violin.
Okay. All right. And I'm keeping that map.
Yeah, he's just. What's that?
I'm keeping your map too.
Oh, yeah, I keep it.
Okay.
And cool. The job posting that he also promised us, does that mean that we have like exclusive rights to that job?
No, he'll tell you that's just been posted, and anybody.
Okay.
I really, guys, I just thought that, you coming down here, you might be able to like get a jump on, like everybody's really kind of scared shitless. There's talk about a monster. There's talk, nobody really knows, but, monster, these miners are a superstitious lot.
We'll be finding some of them at the end we can probably talk to. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There are miners there, and they will share stories of, some of them are like, oh yeah, it's this giant creature with thousands of bony legs, and its skin is like stone, and its eyes, it looks at you, and like there's thousands of you looking back. But it's like the teeth are like, and it's so fast, it's like running through. Wow. It's amazing any of us got out.
Well, Simon, is he describing what they're going to say to us, or is that a miner talking to us?
Oh, those are miners.
Okay.
I'm kind of summarizing what these miners are saying.
Gotcha.
And others are like, you guys are so full of shit. I don't know what you were drinking. It was just a collapse. It was just it's an unstable mine. It's caverns. Things fall all the time. That's what you saw. That's what you saw. No. The thing chased us. The thing chased us. It was like the cave itself came alive. Ted?
I would assume that I'm not getting a sense of lying from either of the two camps.
Correct.
They both believe what they're saying.
Yeah, everybody believes what they're saying. Yeah. It was this horrific, panic-filled thing. Nobody is willing to go back anywhere near it. So you're definitely getting a sense of why this job pays so well.
So besides Irmgard, I asked some of the miners, how many more are still trapped in there, or their whereabouts unknown?
There are 9 other miners still missing.
9 miners plus this geomancer.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, you're not going back in after your crew?
They're like
so judgmental.
They're dead. They're dead. They're certainly dead. There's no way that they could have survived this.
We heard that the accident or the incident happened weirdly, coincidentally, after the arrival of this geomancer from the court, from the count. What were your impressions of this Irmgard? Did she seem okay? Was she messing with forces she probably should not have been?
Let's see. She was always very scholarly. She was really. I mean, we felt really confident with her there that she was, always taking notes, paying attention to things that we never really paid attention to. There were these things kind of painted on the walls that we just thought were like some kids had gotten in there and decorated, but she seemed to take particular interest there. She went ahead farther down into the mine than we ever really did. We were only there a couple of weeks before this got started or before this happened. And so only really the first couple of levels we were able to even get started on. It seemed to go much deeper than we were able to find.
And for those of you who claim to have seen a beast with multifaceted eyes and things like that, was there some sort of triggering event that occurred before you saw it? Like, was there a weird sound or?
Oh, you could hear the thing coming. Sure, it's loud. It sounds like a train rumbling through the whole cavern.
But it was it right after you had just opened up a new vein or a new passageway or that you're aware of?
No. We were just working kind of in the areas. What? Go ahead.
Did you dig too deep?
Dug too deep. Yeah.
No. These are caverns. We don't know really how deep that they went. We think that's probably why Irmgard was sent there to like explore and map and see where the real good iron was and what it was surprising. I mean, she would go off. She brought a couple of us with her to keep her safe. And then she went off. We didn't see her or those guys come back with her. And then this thing showed up, and the other guys would get to cheer. It wasn't things showing up. Get back to your drinks. It was just a collapse. It was just a collapse in the mine. And they said, well, why don't you go back? No.
Could one of you draw us a quick sketch of a map of how to get to the paintings that Irmgard was observing?
Yeah, they do. They say it's really pretty easy. Make it clear that there are two entrances into the mine. There was the entrance that they sent the ore carts down into, and you can tell that one because it's a lot bigger and it has the train tracks. But that one you might not be able to get in because on our way out, when this thing was attacking, we actually blew that one up to try to trap it in there as we left. And the other way in is more of a person scale. It's just a door. And we don't know if it would do anything, but we spiked that door closed. But if you go in through that door, you're just going to go through a little hallway. It's not very far. Some of those weird drawings are just like right off of that first hallway.
And so it's spiked on our side, right? Like we could remove the spikes and enter through that way.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. They spike to keep whatever that thing is into the mine.
You got any more of those explosives?
No, we used everything that we had. I mean, there were all kinds of equipment in that mine. There could be some more in there. I don't know.
And what'd you do for light down there? Lanterns?
Torches.
And okay. Cool. So no flammable gases or anything like that we have to be worried about.
No, there weren't flammable gases. One of them did say that some people were talked about some areas that did seem to have some kind of reluctance to fire. Like we weren't allowed to bring fire into some parts of the mine, and we weren't really sure why.
Okay.
But
well,
yeah,
we're gonna go over there. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna bring back word of your lost companions, one way or the other. Probably gonna be bad news, but at least you'll get some closure. Well,
at least we'll have 4 more people to thank for their service. When this thing eats you, add your bones to it.
I like bones.
More than likely.
Hey, Matt, I would like to swing by the 5 and dime and pick up some chalk for 1 gold.
Okay. You may do this. Make sure you note it on your inventory. Chalk.
It is a petty item, so I will put it right there.
Okay. Should we take our second break before we head to the mine?
Yeah, that's great.
Cool. All right, let's do that. We will be right back. Okay, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full.
All right. So let me ask you, while you guys are kind of in the public house questioning these miners, what what kind of vibe are you giving off in general? Like what are you conveying to these people about who you are and what your intentions are?
I'm a working laborer. I'm going to definitely talk to the guys as a sort of like, maybe I could work in the mine. I'm not afraid, that kind of thing.
Okay.
I'm being very upfront about, like, we picked up a job. We heard there was a good job worth doing. And if it ends up helping people in the end as well, that's a cherry on top.
Okay.
That makes sense. I mean, I'm a greenwise, so I think I'm just interested in the curios of the forest and sort of like all the strange happenings therein. So reportings from deep in the earth are bread and butter for me.
And I'm a big, tall, creepy guy. So I am there to lay the dead to rest if there are dead in the mines.
Okay. So one thing I will mention, as you guys have been kind of in the bar, it sounds like your focus has been on the miners. There is something of a kerfuffle, not really a fight, but there's a stir in the common house as this tall guy, chiseled chin. I mean, he's got main character energy, right? As he walks into this room, he's wearing kind of leathers, got a tri-corner hat, and walks in with a couple of guys that look pretty rough. And he starts really just gathering all the attention in the bar, talking about Flint's will find her. You can know that for sure. We'll find her. We'll bring her in chains to answer for what she's done. Right. Isn't that right, boys? And there's all goes, yeah, we will.
Who's this?
That's Flint's? Right. Flint's will is the team. Flint's will is the ones that you can count on to bring in pirates, dirty pirates like this Captain Enid, and he spits when he says her name. He just kind of like big, loud, and bragging about he and his crew are going to capture Enid, drag her back in chains, and lay claim to that bounty and all of the spoils.
Dang. All right, Flint. More power to you.
Yeah, get along with your own bad self.
Okay. So, question I have: Do you guys stick with the miners? Do you interact with Flint at all?
I think. Well, I want to judge what time of day it is, and can we reach the mines by, Well, that's a good question. We don't want to. Do we want to be in the mines at dark? Probably not. I don't know.
It's underground. Does it matter?
Yeah, it'll be dark either way, I think. Yeah.
All right. So can we reach the mines by nightfall?
Okay. So I'm going to say that with what you did this morning, and you came back, met people around noon. So by the time that you would do all these things that you wanted to accomplish and are kind of ready to head back out, that first watch is over. So you'd be starting the second watch.
So it's, what did I say, a watch and a half, right?
It is a watch and a half. And you would know that pushing through without sleeping is definitely possible, but there are some mechanical detriments, obviously, to doing that. Number one, you would add a fatigue to your inventory, which physically takes up a slot in your inventory. And you would also be, until you sleep, you're unable to clear that inventory slot again.
Gotcha. And a watch is like 8 hours, so it's only expected that you're actually traveling for 8 hours, right? The other two watches you're doing sleeping and doing other shit.
Well, you can travel through all three watches, but if you don't, as long as you don't travel in one, like if you camp for one, you're fine.
Right. Okay. So probably better power value is just to get a fresh start in the morning. Right.
Right. Okay. Except that I've only got 10 gold, and according to this fine publication here, it will cost me 10 gold to spend the night here.
Holy shit.
And then,
Well-
I'm broke.
Well,
I only have
you
7,
guys
so, yeah.
are actually in luck because since the mining disaster, they've been putting, kind of like almost like refugee status. They've been putting the miners up in this common house, and the understanding is that the Count has been paying for
Great.
What a guy.
for this during this.
Then I'm definitely a refugee miner, and I'd like to claim status as such and get free room and board.
Well, as you guys have kind of made it known that you are there with the intent to go try to rescue any missing miners that are still out there and try to find Irmgard. Yeah, you're kind of like considered part of the group now, and you get the comped rooms.
Sweet.
Before it gets too dark, you do see kind of like some of those little faces, John, that you had bribed with your silver, kind of like peeking around the door, and when they catch your eye, they're like,
Okay, I go over.
waving like Kermit the Frog.
What'd you find out, kids?
Oh yeah, Mister. We did just what you said. We did just what we said. We were like so sneaky. It was so cool. We're like, look, we're just kids playing in the dirt. And she'd look at us, and we're like, nope, we're just kids playing in the dirt. And we followed her, and she went to those tents. She went to those tents where they say the Count is sleeping. We don't know what the Count is or what she's doing there, but that lady went up to the where the tents are with the Count.
Mm. All right,
Go in
good.
the front door, or to like sneak under the side edge of the tent.
They don't have doors; they're tents.
They have entrances, you dumb kid.
You dumb kid.
Look, every side of a tent is a door with a knife.
Tents don't have doors.
You can answer the question, or you're going to get the hammer. Back of me hand, laddie. Back of me hand.
Damn, Umber.
She was trying to be, we could tell she was trying to be sneaky. She like snuck in the side.
Aha. You see, was that so hard to answer?
Yes. Because you're stupid and think tents have doors.
Swear to God, don't pay these kids. They're useless.
That's the truth. He does think you're stupid because you think tents have doors.
Wow. There you go.
All right, good job. Stick with it. Still got a couple days left.
It was really hard work to do that, and we did a really good job, and she didn't even know that we were doing it.
It's really good. As we said, a couple days work, you'll get all the rest of the money. You're doing great.
So do you want us to tell her tomorrow that that we did this?
Mm-hmm. I see. A little smarter than you made yourself out to be in the beginning.
Right,
Huh?
it's like seems like it would be nice to let the lady know after the game is over. Like, haha, we saw you go into the tent.
Yeah.
John, Matt, I'm going to loom over them. And because strangers take me at my word, I'd be like, if you breathe a word of this to the woman, spirits will take your body and throw it in the sea.
Forest spirits, they scream and they run away.
They're like, who said that?
That was pretty good.
Like, what did I don't know.
That was weird.
What was that about?
Yeah.
Fart
Okay,
in the
so
wind.
you guys are able to sleep overnight at the inn if that's
Yep.
was that your deal? Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Doodle-doo. You sleep, you wake up in the morning. What do you do?
Eat the gruel and hit the road.
Yeah.
I
man.
rub my lucky twig and then hit the road.
You do that in public, do you, Mike?
No.
In front of everybody while I'm eating my gruel.
Okay.
Dang.
Okay. All right. So you guys take off down the same road that you saw yesterday. Sugar sand down below you, above you, the canopy of the trees reach over and kind of make the sun kind of come through in these dappled patterns. It's very pretty. Still very, very quiet. You still don't hear much going on. Every once in a while, out of the corner of your eye, you'll see what you first think like maybe like a rotten apple, like a brown apple size thing stuck to one of the trees. And if you look at it very long, you see these kind of needle-like things pop out, and it kind of scurries down and around to the other side of the tree.
Gross.
Oh, nightmare fuel. Cool. Thanks.
Great.
But they don't.
Who wants to try to eat it?
Just
I'm gonna go try and chase one, Matt.
Do it.
okay. They run away when you get close.
Bastards.
All right. I happen to have in my inventory a spyglass, and I'm going to stay back, but use the spyglass, try and get a really good look at one of these things.
Okay. Imagine a daddy long legs
Mm-hmm.
in the forest, but instead of like the body being this big, the body is like fist size.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And
hate it
with
a
your
lot.
spyglass, you kind of watch it, and it goes up into the trees, and you can see it has like, they spin like little webs up in the. I know daddy long legs don't really do that, but these guys like have little webs in the trees, and they're not, all the places, but just every once in a while you'll see one, and they kind of skitter away. They don't seem that interested in you.
Okay.
They
I care to avoid them.
They look kind of substantial though. Like if you see one skitter along, you can see like almost like heavy tracks in that white sand. These look like they would be. I mean, they look like little round hunks of iron, raw iron, and they have some heft to them.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm wondering if
Maybe there's some truth to this mine monster after all. Some creature of the iron with legs and fingers and things.
no, but maybe these things would be like yummy for the monster.
I like this.
Like if it like eats.
I will say that daddy long legs are supposed to be really, really poisonous. Their little fangs are too small to get.
we have a big. Do we keep the coat that we had the bones in, or do we?
I had intended to give it back to Quiznos, whatever, after. I can't think of his name.
Quiznos toasts his sandwich and appreciates the coat.
Can I hit one of these spider things with my 10-foot long chain that I have?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, and it kind of like whips it and like knocks it really far away, and kind of like comes around and like its little legs kind of like curl up.
Do you hear a clang?
It does hit it with kind of a clang.
I retrieve it.
Okay. You take a look at this thing, and your observation is kind of, it is kind of like a daddy long legs. It does not have like big fangs or anything, but it has some heft. It has some heft to it.
Is it made out of metal?
It seems to have like iron incorporated into its body. And
Well,
you think that's kind of where the heft is coming from.
Put it on a rock. I'll try and smash it with a hammer and sort of see what we get.
There's guts in there. You can definitely break it open, but it definitely seems to have like this iron, this reddish brown, rough iron
Carapace.
Carapace. Thank you.
But it's got organic guts inside.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing. I don't like it.
The carapace looked like it was constructed. Like, did someone put little suits of chainmail on spiders?
Nope.
No.
This looks rough and organic. Kind of weird.
I mean, you mentioned that there was like an iron tang in the water too, so it's like the iron in the mines or whatever is definitely like infusing the land somehow, or mutating the animals and shit.
Yeah, I like it. That makes sense. I mean, as much as anything does in this crazy universe that we live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Tannic Forest, baby.
So do you keep the spider, or do you leave it there? What do you do with this thing?
Bring it along, Mike.
We should keep it. Yeah.
Ted, you mushed it with a hammer, so you keep it. It's
But there's
gross.
there's lots of footprints in the sand, right? Can we follow? Does there seem to be like a colony of these things somewhere?
I mean, you don't see a high concentration of them, but if you want to spend some time hunting down some of these things, you can definitely find one or two. How many do you want?
You want to do
So
like
how long do you want to spend?
we do like quarter of a watch, like 2 hours, maybe something. Is that a unit of time we can do?
2 hours chasing.
We need 12 hours to get to the mine. I don't think we have time to fart around for 2 hours.
I think we need. Well, yeah. True. Yeah, I don't know where we are right now, but yeah. True.
Yeah, so
okay, never
you're
mind.
if you look at that map, you're kind of in between the village of Pact and that bridge.
I think we
Okay.
need to just keep moving.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
We'll take the guts that we have, and we'll take the guts that we have. Scrape.
Okay, so if you're taking the whole dead spider thing, it will take up an inventory slot.
Who's carrying it? I'm not. It's gross.
You're the bone guy.
You're the bone guy.
Yeah, I'm not the goo guy. You carry the goo.
And
Ed's the
technically,
goo
the
guy,
spider has
then.
no bones, so
Yeah.
All right, I'll carry the goo spider
Okay.
because it's made out of metal.
There
okay.
you go.
Okay.
What do I smashed spider corpse?
As you guys are traveling along, you start to hear the sound of running water, which makes sense because you know you're headed towards a river.
Yeah.
It is
Now I gotta pee really bad.
fast running water. So and it squirts out in little fountains that go like dancing.
Oh my
Stop
god!
it, stop.
I have to take a break. Then.
Oh no!
And there's one big hose somehow that's like,
Oh no!
I drink from
so
the hose.
you are able to hear this, but you can't see it because as you come up, you see two things. First, you can tell that the river is down below the edge of the bank. And unless you get pretty close, I can't tell you exactly how far down that is, but from a distance walking up, you can't see the water, but you can hear it. So you assume that it's at some depth below the top edge of the bank there. And you also see on your side of the river, the foundations of a wooden bridge with the posts driven in, and you see that these heavy kind of crude wooden beams. But this captures your attention. Two things. First, looking across this bridge, you see about 10 feet in, the timbers are smashed and splintered, sticking up into the air. It looks like, if you've ever seen like a tree in the forest that's been snapped by a big storm with those big pointy jagged splinters sticking up in the air. The bridge has been shattered. And the other thing that you kind of hear, even over the roar of the river, is a low grumbling. It kind of sounds like, and as you hear this, and you're kind of looking at the edge, you're still a ways off. You see this oversized green hand reach up onto the riverbank side there by the edge of the bridge, the smashed bridge where you are, and it's kind of feeling around, and it grabs down on some nails, and you see it like jerks up, and you're and the hand jerks back down.
Is it much bigger than ours? Like how what's the proportion to this hand?
You could say, yeah, it's about twice the size of your hand.
I do like that
Some
Tom
men
Hardy,
are
that
longer
spade
than
thing. I go,
others.
that's a troll. That's what I said.
That's what I'm thinking. That smells like troll to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what do we do with trolls? Do we
Well,
hit them with
we go-
hammers? I think we do.
We go trip trapping over the bridge. Who's that trip trapping over my bridge, right? So who's got a goat costume?
I have a solution for this.
Goat costume.
Goat costume. No, I have a special item
Oh,
Which is called the Twine Bauble. All right. And it allows me to
Okay.
cast Ward once per day. Ward, a silver circle 50 feet across appears on the ground. Choose one species that cannot cross it. So
You can choose
if we can confirm this is a troll visually, I could cast Ward on trolls around it, and it couldn't move past that 50-foot circle.
Is it stationary?
Yeah, stationary. So
How
I
wide
tried
is
it. I would 50
How wide
feet.
is the river?
You can look at the river. It looks to be about 20 feet across.
So if you were to use that right at the edge of the river, that would basically barricade it all the way across the bridge. But is the bridge not completely not passable because it's been shattered?
Correct. You can tell about like, up to around 10 feet. It kind of is the place where it was smashed. And if you kind of like ankle off to the side, you can see that the other side of that bridge has been kind of like completely demolished.
Okay. So we need another way to cross anyway, guys. Right?
I look up and down the riverbank. Is there any signs of a ferry or a boat or a barge or anything, or a ford?
No. If you get a little bit closer, you can look up and down the riverbank, and you can see. I'll say you get up close enough to kind of look down and see how far the water down. It's about 20 feet down to the water, and it's a very kind of rapid river here. So it doesn't look like a boat would make for good crossing here at all, because it would just constantly be under the pressure of the current and would be carried down over the rocks. I'll say that you're also, as a seasoned adventurer, able to tell that looks like a bad place to go for a swim, because you would be pounded and beat senseless by the rocks as you tumbled down the river in the current. But as you get closer, I'll say that you're a little bit closer now. You can make more sense of the sounds that you were hearing, and it's actually in a language that you understand. And you hear, "Oh, smash up the bridge for sure. Why not? Well, everybody just comes, they just cross and cross and cross. But no, when something finally happens and the bridge goes crick crack, anybody step up to help? No one steps up to help poor Grok. Nope. He's fine and dandy when the bridge is working, but no. And you see that hand kind of reach up, and this time it like gets over towards the nails and like pauses.
I'm going to say loudly, all right, boys, we were told to help with the bridge. I believe they said some gentleman named Grok needed our help.
Nope,
I think it's just down this way. I brought
my hammer and my pincers and a roll of tin to help repair.
They said he was really friendly, so friendly, loved to chat.
So the hand that was kind of reaching for, and you see a hammer up there, right?
Yeah.
Kind of pauses in the air, sets down. You see another big hand kind of come up, and they push, and you see, and it's definitely a troll. The green skin, the warts on the chin, the big pointy nose. He's lanky and thin, but you can tell this is a big guy, and he looks. What brings you to my bridge?
I just said we're here to help. The bridge has been shattered. We were told you were the expert, but that you might need assistance. It's a lot of work.
No one ever comes to help Grok. Grok maintains the bridge all by himself, day in, day out. No one ever comes to help Grok.
Who broke the bridge, Gork?
Now the bridge is gone. Everybody wants to know things now, sure. A terrible thing came crashing through the forest. Oh, I've never seen anything like it. Bones and stones and a face bigger than I am. And it came right for this bridge, drove its face right into it. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Look what it did to my poor bridge. Didn't seem to want to go for a swim, this thing. But it chomped my bridge, turned right around, did a little rub, it seemed to be itchy, and then ran off back into the forest.
From where
And
did
here
it
I
come?
am to fix my bridge.
And where did it come from? And where did it end up going back to? What direction?
He just points towards the opposite side of the bridge.
Eastwards.
That way.
So how can we help you fix this bridge, Quirk?
Well, the boards are broken. So if you help me fix it, then it will be fixed. And he points. He points at all the smashed
That's totally
lumber
true.
at the bottom of the bridge on the banks there.
Yeah.
And
What if we cleaved a couple trees and built a functioning makeshift bridge with a couple of those?
okay. So are all of you guys kind of into this bridge repair?
Hell yes.
Let's do it.
That's
Why
why I
not?
play D&D is to fix infrastructure.
listen. If we're going to engage in a fantasy, we might as well engage in a fantasy that we'll never see in America. You know what I mean?
Well, in that case, I'm building a train. So
Ooh, high-speed train?
ding.
Okay, so it will take some time. It's going to take at least half a watch, like with the four of you and this big guy to help kind of lift up the thing. It's going to take you a good half of a watch investment to fix this bridge.
I think we're committed to probably sleeping here for the rest of the night, like after we help them work on the bridge, right? Like
Okay,
it's,
well, I
only
mean, it took half a watch to get to where you are now.
that's like 4
And
hours.
so at the end of this would be another 4 hours of work. Could make this bridge kind of passable. I mean, doesn't look like it was super
Right.
steady to begin with, but
I'm looking at
let's spend the full watch and just make it like G money, like awesome bridge, like amazing.
you definitely can if you want to. What's your
Just be aware too that looking at the map here, that I'm looking at that trail that goes south on this bank, and it looks like there might be some timbers that we might be able to cross for one thing. And then there's also, I'm looking at one watch away. It looks like some sort of settlement, like a camp or something like that. Probably should have asked the people in town what that actually is. But yeah.
Yeah, but now I want to help Gork, dude.
No, I
You
want to
wanna
help. I'm just
help
saying we got some options. So yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
so what's the plan of attack here?
Spend the time we
Who's
need to
running
fix the
axe?
bridge, and then see what time of
Cut
day it
down
is
a
when we're
couple
done. We're
trees.
done work.
Yeah.
All
We're
right, so-
going to make sure that the trees don't seem to respond in a living way before we put an
Correct.
axe in them.
We
Yeah.
tickle them first.
Good plan.
Yeah, as a green wise, yeah, you're able to tell which the trees that are okay to cut that aren't going to like try to bite back.
And I can use my hammer and pincers to salvage nails and bolts and things from the previous bridge ruins to be able to make the new parts.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to do this in about it takes about 4 hours. And just so you know, Gork complains constantly the whole time about how you're the only people who've ever helped him ever. And it's all, and he talks about bridge maintenance and how everybody thinks it's so easy, blah, 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 blah. But all he does is complain the whole time.
He's definitely coming to Thanksgiving dinner. He's going to fit right in with my family.
Oh, perfect. Yes, absolutely. He takes your invitation, puts it in his pocket. As you're working, as you get over towards the other side, some of you have to kind of go over there, and he'll help you cross over to get some of the timbers and stuff. You guys notice a couple of things. So after whatever this incident was that crashed this bridge, there's a little bit of like detritus left over that's not from the bridge. You see some small stones, kind of like gravel, that do not match the riverbank stones. So they're obviously from somewhere else. You definitely see dry bones. No doubt about it, like little pieces of bone that have been kind of broken off. But the most interesting thing that you find is, and it's not too difficult to see because it kind of sparkles. You shift some of these stones around, move some of the little bones, and you take up this piece of material that's clear, but clearly segmented in all these little hexagonal shapes. And when you kind of hold it up and look around, you can see like every image is multiplied like in each one of the little hexes of this piece of clear material. And you can see everybody as they're kind of working. It definitely, like, whenever there's motion in this, it is amplified 1,000 times because each one of the little pieces is moving.
Like a bee's eye or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like this faceted view. But you notice that it's very difficult to see, to make out details of things when they're not moving. Like the motion tends to be very activated, and you're looking through this thing, you can very clearly see any kind of motion at all. But things that are still kind of get blurry and not really thing.
Does it look like a piece of like snake skin or something, Matt?
No, it's an eye. It's like
he's calling it a material. Like I'm just trying to make sure that we're not looking through scales, because
like the molted part of the eye, though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it does. And for those of you, and especially you have a Greenwise on your team, right? This definitely looks something like shed or molting.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
itchy. Borg said so,
and it would make sense.
Itchy.
The thing's behavior at the side of the.
So it broke the bridge trying to rub off its old skin.
Right.
Or like literally it's intelligent and it wants to cut off west from the east because it broke the bridge and then immediately went back, right? So the molting part might be circumstantial, like on top of that.
I wonder if it's more than a molt, like maybe it was like a metamorphosis, like from a caterpillar. You know what I mean? Like, can we ask Rourke that actually? Like, did it look different? Was it substantially different before it came to the bridge and destroyed it, and then after it left?
No.
Okay. Just shinier, perhaps? More glistening?
Maybe. That doesn't really jive with what he saw.
Okay.
Suppose you could polish it and it would look shiny.
So it looks like a straight up molt. Yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
If I like gather the pieces of bone while they're all doing the manual labor, can I gather enough of them to try and figure out like what kind of animal they're from?
Sure. Yeah. These do not look like they're from animals at all. These look like human bones, pieces of human bones.
Gross. Okay, so it's like incorporating like human bodies. It's like some sort of like, human centipede monster with scales and like horror. I will gather all the bones that I can, and I will like, use my wooden stake to create like a grave site for them, and I will bury them.
Okay. You're definitely able to do that.
Maybe they're like owl pellets, though. Like maybe it's like regurgitated.
Ooh, yeah, but he said that it had bones sticking out of it, right?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Gork said that.
Oh, okay. So it is some sort of.
It smashed itself. It like probably broke off pieces of bone.
Right.
As you're kind of working, there's there's some movement on the ground. He points it looked like one of them, and you see this millipede kind of like crawling along the bank.
It's gross. It's a human centipede, dude. That's what happened to the miners.
So
that's nasty.
It's some sort of like agglomeration of
bone
as it grows, and it's absorbing bones and taking up
Seems
things.
like it.
Oh, yeah,
that's messed up.
I wonder if what. Oh God, I've forgotten his name again. Quizno, whatever.
It's Quizno.
Involved in this monster at all? Because he was stealing bones. Like maybe it's even subconscious, like this compulsion to bring bones to the beast or some weird shit like that. That'd be creepy. People like start zombifying and bringing me.
That's
the
actually a good
bones.
thought, because like I said, like I was wondering, like why would he stoop to desecrating a grave just to sell quackery? You know what I me
Yeah.
I like that compulsion
There's an easier
aspect.
way to make dream catchers than stealing human bones.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good thought. Yeah, for sure. All right.
Well,
is Grork, is he happy with our work?
Well, you don't get the sense like he's happy about much ever.
Generally.
But yeah, he does kind of complain about the timbers not quite lining up right, and if you were real professionals, then we'd be able to we would have done much faster, really. And but suppose it's more solid than it was. So
He's like that robot from Hitchhiker's Guide. What's his name?
Oh yeah,
Marvin.
He is, for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, so he kind of climbs back under the now completed bridge. Well done, guys.
Yay.
Yay, us. We're heroes.
Troll helpers.
Listen,
Okay.
we are heroes. Okay.
That's right.
So what are we talking about time-wise now?
So that you've basically done, it took half a watch to get there, half a watch to help. So you're at the start of the second watch.
Okay.
So it's like 2 p.m. kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something like that. So let's push to that campsite one.
At least the campsite,
and assess from there.
Yeah.
Okay. That is on the road. So that would just take half a watch to get from where you are to there. And don't mind me. Let's just see how things go. Oh, interesting.
We continue to see those little red spider thing.
Let's find out. Let's find out what
Well, they were a wandering encounter.
Could be.
I see.
Let's just see, because I have to read things in my book. Okay. Let me just do a little extra something or other here that's called rolling a die. Get the right one. Here we go. Okay, we can't do that one. Can't do that one either. It's the same one. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Never good. That's never a
No,
positive.
this is great. This is going to be fine. Okay, so you're walking along, and you notice that it's getting warmer here. Seems weird. It seems a little extra warm in this part of the path. And you look over and you see in this area the pine trees. It looks like a little flash fire had happened here recently. It's a little smoldery, but no open flames at all. But it's you haven't come across anything like this in the forest yet. It seems unusual.
How big is the fire?
Or was the fire?
It's weird. It seems like it's kind of splotchy, like little, like along the road. There's like a spot. It's like a 10-foot area that would have a flash fire. You suppose like a flash of heat, and then go away, and then down the road a little bit more, you'd see another one.
So not like lightning strikes, or
could be that would be an explanation for it.
Well, it's lightning strikes, and we should just say, "Gosh, I'm glad we didn't get electrocuted. Let's keep going." Right?
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, as long as when we're passing through, we don't see like any signs of the creature, like any weird iron balls or more molten skin or some bones.
Yeah, I don't need molten skin spider bones. That sounds bad.
Okay. So you guys are walking carefully, looking for any signs of this giant creature. You don't see that, but you do see kind of a hunched over figure, a human figure, along the side of the road.
Like hunched over sick, hunched over wounded.
This back turn to you, kind of like huddled over.
John, I forgot your character's name. What is it again?
Off the top.
Off the top. Cover your ears.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just going to go, I'm going to whistle very loud and see if there's any response from the hunched over figure.
Okay. Yeah, there is a response. This person whips around. You see, in response to your whistle, an older woman, kind of her features are withered, but where you might expect like a shock of white hair, you see bright red hair that kind of sticks out in kind of like all big waves. And she is, as she kind of whips around, you see she's dressed in black leathers. She has a velvet cloak on, and she kind of looks at you and cackles. And she starts reading from a book.
That's not good.
All right.
This is
It's
definitely not
story time.
So what I will ask you guys to do, please, is if you could make me a dex save. Try to roll equal to or under your dex number.
Be aware we are at time.
Oh, okay. So we will have to pick it up right then and there tomorrow. Well, I guess we'll roll our dex saves at the start of session 2.
Oh,
Okay,
but I
cool.
just rolled such a good one.
Okay, we can take your dex saves. I'll write them down and remember them. What you get?
No, I disagree. I think we should re-roll them.
Okay. Well, I got a 2, so I succeeded.
Okay.
I succeeded.
I failed.
Okay.
Well, that's the opposite from last time.
Matt, I cannot lie. I definitely rolled a number.
Okie doke. Okay, so we got 2 passes and 2 fails as this cackling red-headed woman on the trail starts reading from a creepy looking book.
Got red hair, fire, localized fire going on.
Doesn't seem good.
Doesn't seem
I'm sure
good.
it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
This force sucks, man.
Yeah, geez. Well, the troll was kind of cool. I liked him, even though he complained
He was
a
cool.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm down with the troll.
I get it. I
He's
get the
pretty cool,
idea.
I don't know that I've ever actually run into an actual troll under a bridge before, so that's
that
a
was
new
cool.
one. I like that.
Now you
I
have.
like that.
Yeah, normally there's just a lot of screaming and death.
Of course.
Well, I was
You're
ready
hanging out with
I was
weird
ready for
trolls,
Ash to
man.
drop that ward. That would have been pretty cool, actually, if he was threatening. But
Yeah, that was a good idea, dude.
yeah, it was a good
That was
idea.
a good idea.
All right, cool. That was very fun, Matt. Thank you for running.
Yeah, thank you,
sure.
Matt.
Yeah, looking forward to following up, see what happens here at the mine. Should we get there?
Okay.
Not really looking forward to seeing that beast at all.
yeah, I agree.
I have a hammer.
Well, we do know we should remember though for next time that it's very much like a predator thing, right? Like if you stay still,
Yep.
can't see you, right?
Cover ourselves in mud and lie against the riverbank.
Exactly. Call him a big ugly motherfucker.
Will.
Yeah.
Kill me. I'm here. Do it.
Do it. Okay, so that'll do it. Thanks very much, Matt. And thank you to all of you out there for watching. Hope you enjoyed this first part of this Amuse-bouche using Cairn 2nd edition and running Orestruck by Amanda P. So that'll do it. Thank you, everyone out there, all of our patrons, our explorers, our delvers, and of course, especially our conquerors. Edward has the distinct pleasure tonight to read those names aloud. Go forth, Mr. Hunter.
It is I, and we have a new conqueror who, if I'm not mistaken, this is a corporate sponsor here, sort of thing. John, we've got Black Knife Media has joined the conquerors
I'll take it.
list. So yeah, welcome Black Knife Media. You join such luminaries and notable personalities such as Noah Green, Chad Versluis, Phytobot, Jonah Foots, Dallas Enjoyer, Reluctant Artsy, Chris McDowell, Dapper Dinosaur, Berwin, Glintwine, Benton, Scoom, Lucifer, Chris Ackroyd, Jason Goodman, 3C_273, Evan Leroy, Native Erection, Adam McKinney, Iohet, Baby's Got the Pens. That's a new one.
Coming through again.
Well, I don't know who that one used to be, but I like that one.
Pendulous,
Okay.
man.
Oh, Pendulous, of course.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, good one. Heath Gordon, Soul Slur, Ryan Gunter, Chris Harvey, Bren Kneecleaver, Sorcerius, Chris Milan DM, Crayon Box, Oxyon, Erica, my favorite Cephalo podcast. Right on.
Nice.
Simone C. Gabliano. Nice. Onion Farmer from High Hankel. Awkward. Silence. Mike Butts, Z-Bill, John Busek, Eric Mater, Sophia Pang, Mark Dyson, Carl Stephenson, Necrotic Gnome, Derek B., Demi L. Gabliano, Eric Manley, Iron Fox, Gaming, Tyler Hackenberg, Christo Lute, Jeff, Archilicus, Jofo, Brutes Monkeys, Hot Dog, The Mighty Martian, Noah, AJ, Blandly Inoffensive, Just Mike, Adam Lovelace, Brett Sullivan, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Gablianos, Dustin Reedy, Chris Rowe, Benjamin, King of Joops, MP, Todd, Hexbrawler Jake, Steve, Jeff Marino, Robert Kirkland, Eric Tsunami MD, Yesterday's Glory, Richard Barton, Christian Carter, Dungeon Maestro, Isaac Save versus Vomit Spencer, James, Chris Loricella, John Hooker, Mordrew, Zachary Hall, Saps. Now it's time for the Davids. Papa Bear MDM, Papa Bear DM, not MD. Zach Shiflett, Mercury 605, Dar Jr., Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Cam, Stephen Kazenberry, John and La Logan, Kabrowskis, Bruiser, Phil, Nakanu the Amused, Rocket Frog Eric, Nick, Jeff Zizmansky, Eric Lawson, Mando NZ, Jimbo WA, Ted Gast, Eric Lawson, Andrew Schroker, Jason Jones. Excuse me. There's a lot of names I gotta read now. Man,
He's doing great. You're doing great.
I can do this, guys. MM, Michael Schilling, Stefano Di Maiolo, Ash Gabrielle, Chongas, Hex Brawler Josh, Arno, Iona, Michael Walker, Mother of Romulus. Okay, here we go. Han Dandler is going to avoid his usual name change bit because Squid Diddler doesn't sound right. Oh, Squid Diddler's not bad, you know?
That's amazing.
Sean Ellis, Summon Toast, Too Rude to Ishvin, Arcabral, Dungeon Heart Adam, Scott Yearsley, Kick Maniac, Dire Grew, Tom Eric Garrettson, Matthew Mattis. Okay, Matt, now you say fuck ice.
Okay, fuck ice.
There we go. Mads the Danish Matt. Matt Dwarf's better than Mike. Never not be funny. Matt Walsh, Matt Mason, Matt Koenig, and Matt Young. I made it.
Yes.
Well done, Ted.
You guys are
literally
the
going to stand up and go right into his bed.
I think the blanket is slowly crawling up over Granddad's shoulders as we speak.
Damn kids. Patreon friend.
No, but the longer the list, the better, of course. And we thank all of you for your continued support. We really do appreciate it. And we will see you all next time for part 2 of Cairn Orestruck. Thanks so much, Matt. Appreciate it. Take care, everybody.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.